Hello, hello. Welcome back to Magoo's Reviews. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. So this is my spoilers review for Bad Boys Ride or Die. Just came out yesterday. This is the fourth installment to the Bad Boys franchise starring Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Hey man, I can say off bat, I enjoyed this movie a lot. I really did. I enjoyed this movie a lot. Again, I stated before that, the first Bad Boys is one of my favorite Will Smith movies. For Martin, it's between Bad Boys of Life, which my favorite movie is his, but I love the first Bad Boys movie. It's one of my favorite movies. And the sequels, 2 and 3, are good in my opinion. So this one, man, at first I was kind of like, how's it going to be, especially with the fourth installment, but man, it's very good. It's a really good movie, man. It was a great experience. And on top of that, I also gauged the film also about how the audience is as well, like the audience in the theater, you know what I mean? And I mean, the audience was loving it, everybody clapped at the end. So it was a very good movie, man. Just the plot of it was that, of course, again, spoilers review, that, everybody knows the captain passed, the captain was killed, so as you see, like, the captain was linked to, the whole drug cartel that he was doing, a whole investigation on. But now, Mike and, Mike and Marcus, they're trying to clear his name. So man, it goes on to like a whole, fugitive. Now they're on the run. They got bounties on their heads. So it's a really good movie, man. I mean, the pace just keeps up. That's one thing I can say. As far as the acting with Will and Martin, I mean, come on, man. I mean, we all know they brought their A game, of course. They still doing their thing. Another thing I really did enjoy in this is, like in the previous ones, is how they're mixing in their age. The older they get, they're dealing with certain things now. They're dealing still, but what Martin had, the heart attack in this, and Will, he's dealing with the panic attacks. So I like how they were throwing, stuff like that in, in the franchise. I really did enjoy it, man. Also, with Will's son in there. I know I'm jumping around a lot, but it's a lot in this movie. So I'm getting the best as I can. But I mean, just right out of the theater, my reaction to it, I mean, I just loved it, man. I really did enjoy it. I also love the supporting cast. Of course, his family, did a great job. Also, man, I always get it was Ronnie. Martin Lawrence's. I'm sorry. Goodness gracious, slipping my mind. But anyway, yeah, he had a great scene in there. It was absolutely great. Like, he had a whole scene where he's fighting off a whole bunch of cartel in the house, and he's taking out like 15 guys. But we all know he's a trained Marine. And Marines don't mess around, man. So he's doing his thing in the movie, and that scene particularly. But the action scenes. One thing about the Bad Boys franchise, the action scenes, always good. They're always top notch. You know what I mean? Of course, it's a movie. There's certain things in there I'm like, okay, I'm rolling my eyes at, but at the same time, it's there. You're having fun. It's a summer fun. I think that's one thing I took away from this film, is that it's a summer movie. You know what I mean? And so I really do. Me personally, I hope it makes this money. I really hope it makes this money. Will we get a Bad Boys 5? It doesn't need to be, but at the same time, I mean, man, they're doing their thing, man. If they want to go all the way to the like, all right, we're done. All right, cool, whatever. But at the same time, I really did enjoy this movie. Man, the humor, all right, the humor itself, because at first, when it started off, I was like, okay, the humor's a little spotty, you know what I'm saying? But as the movie went on, man, it was just funny, man. It was really funny. They had some really good moments in there. There was a very funny moment after when Martin, Martin Lawrence, in the beginning, he had a heart attack, whatever, he comes back because, he sees a vision of the captain. He says, hey, it's not your time. So in his mind, he's like, hey, man, I can't die. It's really cool. But towards the end, he has running with an alligator, an albino alligator. It was just funny. It was a really, really good scene. It was really funny. So the humor all around, the humor was funny. Action was good. The acting was good. So for me, yeah, all around, man, it checked off the boxes that it was, trying to check. It wasn't trying to be nothing too over the top, too overly serious. Bad Boys movies are pretty much, action fun movies, So I think that this falls in line with the first 3 installments. I really did enjoy it. Of course, I love Will and Martin. I know, all right, I put it like this. I know that Will's still dealing with, the whole situation with him and Chris Rock, that happened, I don't think it was last year, I think it was probably the year before, going on 2 years now, when he went on stage at the Oscars and smacked Chris Rock. It was a very bad, situation. I love both Will Smith and Chris Rock. So seeing that as a fan of both, I was like, man, it sucks seeing, them having that, break, that fall. And I know Will apologized and everything like that. So I know that there were certain people I talked to who were apprehensive of seeing this one because of the situation that happened with Will and Chris Rock, at the Oscars. But for me personally, man, I mean, I think everybody's entitled to their opinion, just being adults about it. At the same time, I thought that this movie was a very good movie. I thought that Will did a really good job in there. Of course, Martin, the whole cast and crew, even the people behind the scenes, everybody did a good job with this film. So I can understand people's apprehensions of going to see it because of what happened with Will and Chris. At the same time, for me personally, as a fan of both, man, I really did enjoy this movie. I really did. So for me, man, I'm gonna give it, 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. I thought it was a very good movie. Definitely a summer movie, something you can go sit down. And again, like just the crowd engagement when I was sitting in the theater. I saw it in Dolby IMAX, of course. I love Dolby IMAX. It was just fun, man. It was a really good time. So yeah, man, Bad Boys Ride or Die. I say definitely go check it out. Especially if you're a fan of the whole franchise, Bad Boys 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought this was a really good movie, man. I can't wait till it comes out on DVD. Yes, I still buy DVDs. I know we're in a digital age where people like to download and, do stuff like that. And that's fine. That's cool because you have it right then and there. But me, I'm old school, man. Like I like, physical copies, So yeah, I'm about the DVD when this comes out. Put it right there with the other three. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment in the comment section. If there's anything I left out of this review, which is a spoilers review, so don't get mad at me because it's a spoilers review. But hey, if there's anything I left out of this review, throw it in the comments. Just be mindful that, hey, not everybody's seen it yet. But hey, at the same time, yeah, hope everybody has a blessed day, and I'll see you soon.